Hello.
Hello, hello, girly pops. My name is Ingrid Dubs, and welcome back to Hello. Can you believe this is literally episode 20? Like, okay, this might not mean absolutely anything to you, but did you know that 90% of podcasts don't make it past 3 episodes? And the people that make it past, I think it's 20 episodes. Yeah, people that make it past 20 episodes are considered the top 1% of podcasts because people don't make it past 20, and I already have episode 21 recorded, so I officially made it past 20 episodes, and you're going to absolutely love episode 21 because it's with my first guest ever. And honestly, I haven't edited that video just yet, but the banter was so slay. I feel like we both felt so comfortable, so when that video drops next week, you're going to chef's kiss, love it. Oh, and the drink of the day, it's water in, of course, my emotional support Owala. You see it every single episode. And today we are talking about something that no YouTube video, not textbook, no hacks of what nothing can prepare you for. And it's adulting. Adulting, it's like a weird, chaotic moment where you're trying to be and trying to figure out how to be a functional human being. And honestly, it's a little bit of a struggle. So maybe if you are still trying to adult, because yes, I am 26 years old and I feel like I'm still trying to figure things out as I go. And if you're there too, I really hope that this helps you in some type of capacity. So grab your little matcha, grab your little drink, go fold laundry, whatever it is, because we are going to chit chat. But let's start from the beginning, okay? I moved out of my mom's house at 19, and I didn't just like move out to, like, I don't know, go to college or whatever, where it's like figure it out as you go. No, I moved out to go take care of children. Okay, I was an au pair, like a nanny, for a while. So I moved out of my mom's house, and instead of trying to be an independent adult, sure, I was being an independent adult, but taking care of kids. Like, I was basically running a household, like literally entire household. I was grocery shopping, I was cleaning, I was taking care of the kids, picking them up, dropping them off. And like, also, I didn't really get to figure things out by myself because things were pretty like laid out. Like, the host family that I was living with, they had their way of doing things. Like, this is where we shop, this is how we shop, this is what we shop. So I didn't really get to say, oh, this is the laundry detergent I am using. No, no, no. Like, I kind of just did things the way they did it, like the way they told me to do it. Nonetheless, it was still hard to try to figure everything out. Now, I was in a pair for 2 years. So I immediately moved out of my second family's house and moved in with my ex, who was my husband at the time. I moved in with him, we lived together, so I never really had a moment of living alone. And I did after I separated from my ex. But when I moved out of my host family's house, my second host family, and I went into, what my apartment with my ex, I was like, damn, now what? Because before I also kind of didn't have like a budget for food. It was the family's car, and like, of course I was buying food for them. It's not like I was just buying my food. But there wasn't a budget, so I wasn't looking if something was organic or if it wasn't. I kind of just grabbed whatever, and it was fine. But now I am by myself in this apartment, which, like, yeah, I in theory had a partner, but he was not a partner. He was just like there, maybe more like a roommate that took advantage of anything I did. So I remember going to the grocery store the first time, and it was like I was staring at the laundry aisle, okay? Because I was like, oh my gosh, what laundry soap do I buy? Because that is the one thing, like, I literally never bought for my whole family. So I was like, which one do I buy? And then I'm standing there like, why is this $34? Like, this is just soap. And then I was like, well, maybe I do have to buy it because I do have sensitive skin, and I can buy like this detergent with like all of these scents. Like, I need the sensitive skin one, which I do still use to this day. Yes, I do buy the expensive laundry detergent. And it sounds so silly now, but in reality, it's not just about laundry detergent. I think it's about realizing that these things are on you now, because it's the slow realization of, oh, I'm the one that has to figure this out. No one is going to come forward if I ruin something. It's just me. Because also, no one is going to tell you, oh, you should clean your shower clog every single month or it'll clog and then it's going to be nasty. No one's going to be there to tell you that. So, and yes, I know, listen, in reality, it's not like I'm like a nasty person, like I didn't clean or anything. No, of course, I had a training. I'm Hispanic, okay? I've been cleaning since I had reason, any use of reason. So I knew I had to clean, but at the same time, it's like, oh, I'm so tired with work because you're working a lot, living life, like all of these things that you're trying to do. And on top of it, like all of the responsibilities that come with being an adult is absolutely exhausting. And I feel like there's this part about adulting that it just feels like you're playing house or you're playing at being an adult. And like the feeling doesn't really go away right away. It stays for a while of like, ooh, I'm making food, I'm playing kitchen. Maybe honestly it was just me, but that's the way I see it. For a while I was like, ooh, I'm playing wife and I'm playing kitchen and I'm playing house. And all of the things that, come with it, like buying the laundry detergent, buying toothpaste, like all of these things to me just felt like, ooh, I'm playing adult, but I'm not really an adult. But here's something that I didn't know back then, and it's that this confusion is necessary. The confusion of like, oh, am I just playing house or am I actually doing this like myself? Am I, like what detergent do I buy? All of these little confusions are so incredibly necessary because there is where you start building trust in yourself. Since no one is there to tell you what to do, how to do it, you start making choices. And this is going to sound like literally so silly, but making choices and realizing like, oh, this worked out, or oh, this didn't work out, now I have to do it this different way, it's going to give you this power of, actually I did it, I figured it out, and I can do it again. And that's the little quiet beginning of confidence, because it's this feeling of, oh, I can have my back, I can be there for myself even when I thought I couldn't, but I can be there for myself. And you start building confidence little by little. But let's talk about something that literally nobody prepared me for. Why are trash cans $80? This had to be said. I feel like this is a deeper conversation that needs to happen. Why are trash cans $80? And I'm talking about like a mediocre trash can, okay? And I think also with adulting, like it comes this like feeling of buying little knickknacks for your home that feels so accomplishing. Like it feels like, oh my gosh, I've made it in life because I bought the $80 trash can and I bought the Cuisinart. You getting things for your home definitely feel like an accomplishment. But the $80 trash can, excuse me? Like, is it going to throw itself away? Don't think so. Like, oh, you want to put up a curtain? You best believe it's not just the curtain. No, you need to buy the rod. You need to put it together. You need to buy the little hooks. It's like this whole thing. It's not just doing something, okay? It's the price of the something. How are we doing the something? Like, it's just this whole planning that honestly, I was just like, oh, I'm putting up a curtain. Sure, let's buy it from Amazon. And laundry baskets, oh my God, I kid you not, I've had the worst lucks ever with laundry baskets. I've bought at least five. I threw one away this morning. Is it my fault from buying it from a little dubious place? Absolutely. Do I want to spend $100 on a laundry basket? No, I do not. But at this point, I probably have buying so many. And I think at the end of the day, these things aren't just expenses because like yeah, it sucks, we have to pay for it. When our parents did it, it was a little bit different. Like sure, I mean, I took care of my things, of course, because it's not like I'm just going to make my mom work and work and work so that she could pay for everything. But it hurts differently. Like now, if I make something dirty, like if I get a piece of furniture dirty, I am removing that stain right away. I am there scrubbing it, okay? Back home, like when I was a child, I was like, not my problem. Like she'll figure it out when she gets home. I don't care. So all of these things are just reminders that your life requires a little bit of planning, okay? It requires a certain level of like emotional and like mental bandwidth. Because most of my, younger years, I thought that being an adult was freedom and I could get to do whatever I want. I mean, I remember just saying, I can't wait to be 18 and like leave and just live my own life. And now I'm looking back and I'm like, God, if I could have stayed and like saved so much money just like living at home, I would have 100%. Because now it's my responsibility to defrost the chicken so that I can meal prep. And now it's all of these things are on me and like I like it. I mean, I love being an adult and I generally wouldn't give it back for the world. Like I'm not one of those people that are always thinking like, oh, I want to go back to high school. I wish I was a teenager again. Absolutely not. Like I genuinely love being an adult, but it's definitely a lot. But I think that is quite literally the price for, this chaos. Like responsibility is the price of freedom. Like, oh, you wanted your own space, your own rules, your own everything. Well, this is what comes with it. And listen, I don't think I want to have kids like anytime soon. Absolutely not. But I can't wait till I get to say, mi techo, mis reglas. You're living under my roof. These are my rules. I make the rules under this roof. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. And I know we're like moving on to like gentle parenting and like breaking generational, traumas, whatever. Absolutely, I can't wait. In the same way that like, oh my gosh, I literally, and this happened a couple months ago, I knew I was an adult. Have I been paying my own bills for like years and years? Yes. Have I been doing absolutely everything myself for years? Yes. The second I knew I was an adult, you might as well call me a tia at this point. I was in an elevator and there were these two little kids and they were like, I don't know, maybe like 5 and 6 or like 6 and 7, a girl and a boy. And the mom was there. We're going down in the elevator, and she tells them, if you keep doing that, because the kids were like jumping around and they were wrecking havoc. And the mom tells them, if you keep doing this, I'm literally going to take you to kid jail. And I was like, this is my time to fucking shine. So I turn around and I make literally this face and I'm like, kid jail? Guys, you're literally not going to believe it. But when I was like your age, maybe a little older, I went to kid jail. It's 100% true. It was the scariest thing I've ever gone through. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to get over it. I'm terrified of it. Please behave because it's terrifying. These kids' faces went pale, pale. And the mom was like, yeah, you see, she went to kid jail. What have I been telling you? And you've been thinking I'm kidding? She went. You went, right? And I was like, no. And at this point, I'm like about to start shaking because I'm putting on a show. And I'm like, no, I went. My mom sent me there. It was terrifying. It was because I didn't wash the dishes. Like, do you guys wash your dishes? These kids could not wait to get out the building. I saw these kids maybe a month after this happened, and they're like, Mom, that's the girl that went to kid jail. That's the moment I knew I was an adult. And this is America, so people, I feel like here are not pulling this move. But back home, if I was like crying, just wrecking havoc, my mom would tell me, El loco te va a llevar. The crazy guy is gonna take you. Any random fucking person will show up and be like, yeah, I'll take her, and start pulling you by your arm and pretend like they're taking you. I'm not ready yet to do that one because I feel like here they'll call 911. But back home, they would do that. So when I was able to pull that, yeah, KGL is real, oof, I knew I was an adult. But let's get back on track, girlies. I feel like we need to talk about systems because when I stopped trying to keep up with the way everyone else was adulting and I started doing what was actually working for me, it's the moment that like my adult life took a little change. Listen, I don't like cooking. Period. There's very specific moments where I would like to cook. Like if I'm cooking for others, I enjoy it. But as in an everyday, I have to feed myself. Oh my gosh, I feel like it's such a waste of time. Then you have to wash dishes. I just don't like it, okay? And I always felt bad because I would see other people like, oh, I'm making dinner every night and like here's what I'm eating for lunch, what I made myself. And I felt bad because I just don't crave that. I don't crave the coming home and making dinner. Like that's just could not be my problem. Because listen, I wake up at 5 a.m. to go to the gym, and then I get home at like later in the day, like very late in the day. I do not want to be stressed out about cooking, about just, oh my gosh, I didn't defrost the chicken. Like I have to go to the store to buy this. Like I do not want any of this added stress into my life. My life is already busy enough and packed enough where I just don't want to add anything extra. And I tried a bunch of different things to try to make it work. I tried eating out. I tried cereal for dinner. Like I tried a bunch of different things until I got to what actually works for me, which is meal prepping on Sundays. This might not be new to anybody, okay? Like it's not like I'm reinventing the wheel. But meal prepping on Sundays have absolutely changed my life. And when I don't do it, I do feel like my week it's crumbling. I don't have my shit together. Because quite literally I meal prep on Sundays and I do meal prep breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I am making a couple different meals throughout the week. But breakfast, lunch, and dinner are done. They're in that fridge. I know I get home, I take something out, heat it up. It's homemade, it's healthy, it's good. And it's just one less worry that I have to have every single day. And you might be like, okay, but what does that have to do with adulting? Like a 19-year-old can meal prep in their house. Like that doesn't change anything. This is just an example. It's not just about meal prepping. It might be doing laundry, I don't know, twice a week or once a week, like whatever works for you. But in reality, adulting and like being successful at just living an adult life and an independent adult life, like I'm talking like you're living by yourself or maybe with roommates, but you're trying to figure out something that works, you need to have self-awareness and take action on it, because you have to learn your rhythms, your limits, your preferences, and then build systems around all of those things. Because it's not about perfection and having everything just immaculate all the time. It's about having personal systems that work for you. Because in reality, listen, maybe cooking dinner every night for some people, that's what they love and that's okay. And that doesn't stress them out. It actually makes them like, decompress after work. Amazing. That works for them. But not because you're seeing that online means that it's going to work for you. And here's something that I learned. When you start making decisions that honor the real you, your energy levels, your habits, your moods, you start to build a life that actually feels supportive and a life that actually feels that you can upkeep in the longevity of time. It might not be super aesthetic, but it's something that you can upkeep, and that's what matters. Because if you start feeling burnt out, listen, if you try to meal prep and you're like, damn, I cannot spend 4 hours in the kitchen every single Sunday, that's okay too. If you start feeling burnt out about the things that you're doing in your day-to-day life and you can do it like long term, then you'll feel like a failure. And that's literally what we're trying to avoid. Because let's be real, there's so much pressure, especially in your 20s, to make your life look like you have it all figured out, to make it look like you have everything put together, to make it look like everything's perfect. I feel like maybe this was a thing like before the internet, like with your family, maybe your neighbors, like you had to upkeep appearances. But I feel like now the internet has made it seem like everyone has a capsule wardrobe, everyone's drinking a morning matcha at 10 a.m., and a boyfriend that lights candles before dinner and then he'll wash the dishes on top of it. And then you can feel like you're just crying because damn, I have to pay rent again. God damn it, I don't want to see this money exiting my bank account. And let's not even go that far. Literally this week that just passed, I saw this girl that I follow on Instagram. Like, we know each other. We're like mutuals. We're not necessarily like friends, but we're mutuals. And she, I don't know if she accomplished something. I don't remember what it was, but she was like, oh my gosh, my boyfriend cooking dinner for me. And I was like, I literally went to my boyfriend. I was like, when was the last time you cooked dinner for me? Why are you not cooking dinner? Why am I comparing him with this other guy? I don't care about eating dinner. I'm actually like fine eating cereal. I most times I don't even eat. But it's this whole idea of like, oh my gosh, other people are doing better than me. And God forgive that whoever's doing better than you is younger than you. Because then you're like, that's it. Why am I even trying? Why am I even trying? Like, I'm literally the suckiest person ever. Let me just tell you, you're literally not. You're trying to figure it out. Everyone's in their own path. Everyone's in their own speed. It's like running a marathon, okay? Right now, I'm training for running a half marathon that it's coming up actually pretty quick, and I'm kind of scared. Anyways, I see people that are running 6 minutes miles. Okay, their pace is 6 minutes, and that just means like you run 1 mile in 6 minutes. I'm literally not there. I'm a slow ass runner. You best believe, and I'm not a slow runner because I want to be. My heart is pumping. Okay, my heart is like going. I'm probably having a higher heart rate than whoever's running a 6 minute mile. I'm running a 13-minute mile. Does that mean I'm a worse runner? Like I suck at this? No, we're just different. That people have probably been training for a long time. They're in better shape. Whatever it is, it's just different. So why am I comparing to the 6 minute mile runners? I'm a 13-minute miler and I'm fine. So why are you comparing yourself as a 26-year-old to a 23-year-old? Like, we're all so freaking different. And even though we're all so different, here's one thing that I can tell you: everybody is just winging it. Everybody is just trying their absolute best. Some people are just better at curating what they're putting out than others. Like, I'll see some girls and I'm like, God, their lives are so perfect. No, they just take prettier pictures. And maybe they're just a little more quiet about their lives. Like, you put a camera in front of me, I will spill everything. Okay. I was talking with my boyfriend the other day and I was like, love, what is something that like you know about me, but like most people wouldn't know? And he's like, nothing, because literally you tell everything on social media. Like, you talk about everything on social media. And I was like, you know what? You're right. You're right. I'll give you that one. I'm not going to get upset about that answer. But the biggest flex you can do is not being perfect, because literally nobody is perfect. As I said, some people are just better at curating what they put out there. The real flex is being real and not with others, because what does it matter what we're putting out there? It does not matter. It's being real with yourself. It's admitting, girl, you hate cooking. So what are you gonna do? Not eat? No. You hate cooking. Let's just do this once a week. That's it. So be honest with yourself and also be kind with where you are in the process. Because listen, maybe right now I hate cooking because of all of the pressure I have with work, with socials, with my life. Maybe that's why I hate cooking. Like, I do not have the mental capacity to cook every day. But maybe in a year, I'm not doing what I'm doing right now and I actually love cooking. But if I wasn't kind to myself right now for not liking cooking, and this can apply to absolutely anything you're going through, if I wasn't kind to myself right now, what am I going to do? Just bully myself into crying because I don't like cooking? No, be nice to yourself. Remember this: progress doesn't have to be visible or tangible to be real. Who's seeing you remembering to drink water every day to stay hydrated? Who's seeing you going to therapy to work on yourself, or like doing shadow work, meditation, whatever it is? Who's seeing you showing up to work on time, showing up to work consistently? Who's seeing you reaching out to friends? Who's seeing you being a good friend, being a good family member? No one is seeing you do all of those things. Regardless, if you're doing those things, your progress is there. It's still very much so real, but not because people can see it means that it's not happening. And I think when we're in our 20s and we're starting to be an adult and we're building this relationship with ourselves of being an adult, we're simply building a foundation of what's going to be our life later on. And I think I talked about this on an episode where I said, like, do something right now that is going to make future you happy. Like me training for a marathon, is future me going to thank me? Absolutely. She's going to be, girl, thank God, like we got, more in shape, or like we did something fun, we can say we did this. Like future me is going to be happy about it. So we're just building the foundation of whatever future us is going to be. Even with that foundation, or even when that process, it's a little messy. And to be honest, I know adulting is scary. Sometimes it's absolutely terrifying. I've definitely been one of those, like, I've had nights where I can't fall asleep because I'm so nervous and so stressed and so scared of everything that's coming. And I'm really trying to just live day by day and trust that the universe got my back, because it does, and I deeply believe it. But sometimes you're just fucking stressed. But in reality, and this might sound a little silly, but everything has been a learning process, and everything's left me with a lesson. And I really hope that you give yourself a little break, maybe even right now, pause this freaking video and think about the times where, I don't know, like, you moved out from your parents' house to go to college, and then you're like, God damn, I put a red sock into my white laundry. That left you with a lesson. You best believe you're not doing that again. Like, you're going to be more careful about that. Or, I really have to wake up earlier to do my skincare routine. Like, whatever it is you're doing, because, no one's going to be there to wake you up. Like, your parents are not waking you up. It's just you. Whatever it is has left you a lesson. So, no, I wouldn't trade absolutely anything of what's happened in my adult life, because it's left me with a lesson. And I've been through some deep shit. I've been through some traumatic shit. I was diagnosed with chronic PTSD for some things that happened in my adulthood that I still wouldn't trade, because I've learned some invaluable things that if someone had told me, it wouldn't have sunk in. I learned how to rely on myself. I also learned how to ask for help, which I'm definitely not that good at, but I'm working on it. I've learned how to ask for help. I am learning still how to stop comparing so often, because it doesn't do anybody any good. I've learned how to give myself some grace and some freaking breaks. And I've learned how to celebrate little small wins. The first time I unclogged my shower, because you best believe I definitely don't have a lot of hair. It looks like it, but I don't have a lot of hair. But I shed like it's nobody's business. You look around, you will see, you will find some hair. That shower, the first time I unclogged it by myself, oh my God. I give me a freaking Nobel Prize. I generally feel like I deserved a medal, okay, at least. Like, also, it was freaking gross. It was gross. I can't think about it too much. It was gross, but I did it by myself. Listen, I feel like adulting doesn't just happen in your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s. Like, also, honestly, little break. If you feel like you have like this war against your parents because, oh my gosh, they are just so annoying, they just don't get me, whatever. It's also their first time living life, okay? And give them a little break. They're trying their best. It's also their first time being an adult. If you think that you're struggling, what makes you think they're not? I don't think life ever gets to a point where it's just like stagnant and you're doing the same and like everything is just the same. I mean, maybe, but there's also just things like friendships changes. Like, there's just all of these things that like happen throughout life and throughout different stages of our lives that makes us who we are. Through everything you're learning, you're becoming more competent, hopefully more compassionate. Like, as I said, I really hope you give your parents, and honestly anybody, give people, like, cut people some slack. Everyone's just struggling to their own degree. More resilient. Honestly, the more shit you go through, start seeing yourself as a work in progress and not a mess. And to be honest, when you get to the point of like, yeah, maybe I don't have my life figured out, but I'm just generally trying my best. Maybe that's when your frontal lobe develops, because I feel like that's when it hit me that like, oh, I'm not a mess. I'm just trying my best. It was like around 25. So if you're not 25 yet, I am so sorry. But when that time hits, oh my God, what a weight off your shoulders. So besties, whatever you are in your adulting journey, whether you are buying the $80 trash can or you're remembering how to fold a fitted sheet, just know that you're not behind and you're not failing. You're figuring things out as you go and at your own pace. And to be honest, that's a win within itself. Anyways, if you felt seen, if you related to this podcast in any capacity, don't forget to follow, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, whatever you're watching, and maybe send this to a friend that you know has been struggling with just figuring shit out. And also, I would love to hear your trash can moment because I know we've all gone through it, okay? I felt it with the trash can, but I had a girlfriend that felt it with a mirror. She was like, why is a mirror $300? Like, what is happening right now? So, anyways, I want to hear your trash can moment. I want to hear your mirror moment. I want to hear whatever. So just DM me on Instagram, send me a little comment, just whatever it is, reach out. I always love to hear your stories. And without anything else to say, you are doing amazing. Keep showing up. I'll see you next week. Besitos.